That's the power.
He has
We
that
are live. Hello, all you people that are not watching us anymore because we suck. I don't even think Raph is in the. I don't even think Raph is waiting for us in there. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know we've lost our fans is when Raph is in there.
I told you guys, like, why don't you fucking start earlier? And they're like, they keep moving back. Time moves back, and now it's like, we're not getting started till 9, and then that means we really don't start till 9:30.
Yeah, was it now 9:17? Yeah.
Hey, and that's 10 to 10:30 on the East Coast.
Yeah, no, that's just late. Yeah, well, we want to give our European listeners, Australian listeners, a chance to tune in.
Yeah, we cater to the Australian crowd.
That's it. That's what we're doing. Yeah. You don't believe me? Ask me. I'll tell you. Oh.
I don't even know what time zone you would call that. Australian time zone?
Australian. Down under.
Kiwis in the bush time.
Bush time.
Aborigine.
One time I went on bush time.
Like it's like Quigley time.
Hey, dude, we got Japan in the fucking chat. So, it's 12:17 p.m. in Japan. Brother Pink, are you in Japan, Brother Pink?
Do we have
a Japanese?
Brother Pink? That must be a new listener. I don't recognize that one.
Yeah, Brother Pink, man. So yeah, turning Japanese. I think he's turning Japanese. I really think so.
And he's gone.
He's like, oh, wait a second. This isn't what I thought it was. I'm out of here.
He's Canadian. He's Canadian, but he's in Japan.
He thought we were that Logan Paul dude. He's like,
what's that about?
And he's gone.
Don't let him find out, because Josh will find the way to insult every listener.
He's like, don't worry, I will offend you.
I will offend you.
Just keep listening.
Hey, did you watch Letterkenny, Brother Pink? Are you familiar with Letterkenny? Anybody else?
I think just because he's Canadian doesn't mean he has to watch that.
Dude, all the cool Canadians are watching it. It's awesome.
It is pretty funny.
It's pretty awesome.
I don't remember who turned me onto that. Was it you or it was Monty?
What's up, Garrett? Garrett Lowe, boot up my ass. Nope. And man, y'all. You're in Japan, man. Maybe you just don't get it there.
No, he's Canadian.
He's Canadian,
but he's in Japan.
But he's in Japan. Like maybe he doesn't have access to Letterkenny in Japan's. You ever have a woman pay extra attention to your buttholes?
It's all like Mariah Carey all the time.
Mariah Carey?
What?
In Japan?
Who pays attention to your buttholes?
Buttholes, my butts holes. Yeah. I was just watching Letterkenny, man. Freaking awesome. That's another show right there. Not as Don Draper-ish as Mad Men, but still pretty fucking good. So here we are, just mere months from Adepticon.
Oh shit! Don't remind me.
Are the Fistamanders ready for an ask?
Shit, no, they're not ready.
They're getting there. They will be ready come the day.
Yeah, they will be ready to fist Mini-Man and Durs.
Well,
it's coming.
It's coming. The 30 is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, man. There's all these teams of people we know. Yeah, you guys are teamed up. Bussy and I are teamed up. You got the Team Flak Jacket.
Who's Team Flak Jacket?
No, Team Flak Armor. That's a JP and Freddie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't. Freddie don't want that.
Freddie's in awe of our Gorgons.
Yeah, Freddie's seen what we're packing, and he's
yeah. How long is a Gorgon, bro? I got one right here. I don't have a tape measure. Shit. It's like hold on, let me use my penis.
I got.
You're like, it's 3 inches long.
It's the size of my pad or my iPad. Oh.
It's 2 inches 6 times.
Oh man, yeah. Kind of curious. I want to see those Gorgons in action after hearing Zach talk about how beastly they were last weekend.
Oh my God! Do you want to go into that? I mean, should we let people know what's coming?
Well, we play games, so we should actually go and
And
share
talk
them
about
with
it.
the world.
Talk about games.
Uh,
Don't be
but
mean to
yeah,
Pretty
did
like
you have
that.
something pretty? Pretty apparently had something he didn't talk about last week. Dude, what is that about? I don't know.
Oh no, last week we were talking about Road to Adepticon, all that stuff, and I don't even remember what subject we got off on. So
What do you mean?
yeah.
We're always on point. Stick to the script.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one episode where we actually had a list of shit we were going to go over?
Yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like a whiteboard and like a teleprompter and shit, and we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
oh, it's time we're notes. Okay, so Josh and I guess before we get into before we push Pretty's agenda off till next week,
Yeah.
Josh and I went to an event in Dallas. We actually did a little road trip with Andrew from Golar's 222nd and Big Neil McNeil, a new
Neil Nealerton McNeil.
Neil, freshly Texan from Chirac, moved over here, and now he's kind of joined us. But he's real into heresy, and he's and so he's kind of hooked up with us, and now he plays with us. So we went down to Dallas for John Stanford and those boys, Lucas and Iron
Don't forget
Will.
Jackson. Don't forget Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson Stanford. John Christensen, those guys from the Lone Star Legion up in Dallas, they put on an event called Ambitions and Oppositions, or Part 2. But it was a one-day event, 2 rounds, and 2,500. But you can play an optional 3,000 if you and your opponent agree. You could do that, and so yeah, it was a pretty good event. Pretty good. I took the old militia. Bust out the militia for the first time just to kind of get the just to get the feel, get it wet, pop the old cherry, like give my militia hymen, freshly
Squeezed,
freshly destroyed.
Oh, yeah, I think you did some. I think you did some destroying. Not
Well, you want to. I mean, you want to tear it a little bit, Zach. You don't want the first time to just be.
Well,
yeah.
I guess it wouldn't. The hymen would not be the good way. I'd probably just I pulled back the foreskin and I just forcefully injected it into something.
What's going on?
It would definitely be the male end of this venture.
The penis. The penis.
Yeah. The militia performed very well.
Like almost tragically well.
Like I did not.
Like,
I took pleasure very shortly, and then I was like, oh shit,
such a douche.
Fuck.
Such a douche.
Fuck. Am I a douche? But I kept saying when you have to make excuses man, this is the first time I played this. This is the first time I've ever played this list. So I mean I've never used this model before or whatever. And just to justify why it's raping them so bad, why you keep forcefully pushing it into the anus.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I don't know if you want to hear about it. If you hear any details.
Oh, I'm sure they want to hear about it.
It.
They want to hear about it because they want to know how to deal with it come Adepticon time.
But Garrett in the chat's asking why the Gorgon is so good.
Oh God.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh yeah, you'll see when we forcefully insert it into your anus.
See here's the thing about the Gorgon is that if you look at it in black and white, if you just go to the the Crusade Imperialis or Book 5 or whatever, and just look at the stats, it doesn't look super awesome on paper because it's just it doesn't have a whole lot of options, not a whole lot of things, but there's something to be said for it. I mean, okay, it's a 14 14 10. Okay. It's it has a troop capacity of 40. It's a super heavy transport. It has a built-in flare shield light, I call it, because it basically you get a if for shooting attacks that come from the front, you get a 5 up, and blast you get a 4 up. It comes with a quad mortar, but for 20 points you can substitute the quad mortars for 2 frontward and 2 rearward facing last cannons, which is what I took, or you can do autocannons, heavy flamers, or heavy bolters on the sponsons. So that's 4 right there on each side. The rear ones, however, don't kind of point all the way to the front. So if you can't shoot all 4 at one thing, you can shoot like 2 at each side or whatever. They're kind of like the Stormhammer or some of the Baneblade chassis or whatever, where you can't point them at everything because there's another last cannon in the way. And it comes with 2 twin-linked autocannons in the back that are kind of like, I don't know, sponsons, but for that side also. But they're twin-linked. But you can also upgrade those to last cannons. So basically, I did the full last cannon upgrade. So basically, each Gorgon has 6 last cannons, 2 of them being twin-linked on them. And the beauty of the Gorgon, though, is in the fact that it's a super heavy. So along with just being a super heavy tank, it comes with some added bonuses. Like for one, it gets to move 12 inches and it can shoot like it's standing still. So you get the full, you get full ballistic skill with every shot. Even though your ballistic skill is 3, but you still get all these last cannon shots at your full ballistic skill, even though you move. It's a super heavy again, so you can thunder crunch, or thunder
blitz.
Thunder blitz.
So the thunder blitz is always a threat. You put something down in front of it, you can, you always got that choice of like, 2d6 strength 10 AP2 hits or whatever the fuck it is. So it kind of leaves that. It's a super heavy tank again, so it can shoot at multiple targets. You can put, one side of your last cannons to one target and the other side on the other target, or split them up however the fuck you want. So I mean, there's added bonuses just for the fact that it's a super heavy. But the biggest, however, which I think was the most crucial in the game, is the fact that once again it goes along with it being a super heavy tank, that you can't destroy it on a destroys result. If you're not AP, and if you're not AP2 or AP1, and you can get that destroyed result, like all the other results don't matter.
Yeah, that's
shaken, stunned,
and nine
shaken, stunned, immobilized, not being able to weapon destroyed. You can't immobilize it. You can't do any of these things. And it just keeps coming, so all those other things, all your tanks are going to be fully operational as long as they're not destroyed. And so, yeah, that's just a small breakdown of why the Gorgon is so damn good. And it comes with its own bubble wrap guys inside. It's not an assault tank. It doesn't count as open topped. It's, the guys still have, they've only got one access hatch that can't shoot. They can't shoot out of it. No fire points.
How is it not open topped when it's? When it is open topped.
When it looks open top.
I mean, it is like by definition open on the top.
No, it's not. Shut up.
What is the definition of Gorgon is open top? What?
No, the definition of open topped is that it doesn't have there's a rule that says open topped. There's also a thing where things do not have tops on them. And the Gorgon is one of those things that does not have a top on it, but it is not open top.
Well, if they make it open topped, then it's easier to penetrate. I guess all the vital components are not open topped.
I think these tops are for ventilation purposes.
Oh, is that?
Get some air down in there.
They don't exactly climb out of it. They still go. It's got this ramp for a reason.
Yeah, but how is that not an assault ramp?
But here's the thing. I mean, to be honest,
that's probably my bigger question. Rather than the open top, I think it should be an assault vehicle.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a giant drop ramp.
If it was an assault vehicle, it would be too much. It would be drastically.
For real. I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, after seeing it in action and hearing basically the report on how well it did, it's like you've got to cripple this thing somehow, and making it not an assault vehicle is that way, because other than that, it's a fuckaroo, man.
Yeah, it's a big dog. It's a big swinging cock and nuts, like all across the nose,
all in the face.
Okay, so here was the list I took. I mean, it's real simple. I'm not even going to go into it that much, but I took just because we've got such an elite crowd that we cater to. Like I'll definitely share this, drop this knowledge with you guys.
It's not like you can go out and buy the Gorgon too. It's like so,
if you don't own it already,
you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I took six. My list consisted of 6 super heavies. Basically, 3 Gorgons. 2 of them had 40 militia guys, normal militia guys each. One of them had 20 grenadiers, including 2 of them that were. Oh, my Badger birthday email came in just now.
Yeah, I got mine a little while ago.
Damn it! I didn't get mine.
Oh well.
I got Harbor Freight. It's cool.
Yeah, you're Harbor Freight. So the third Gorgon had 20 grenadiers in them. 2 of those guys had plasma guns, and I took 2 Malcadors.
Nice.
Malcadors with the Demolisher Cannon upgrade, and 1 Stormhammer super heavy tank, and one the Stormhammer. Yes. Yeah. I also took a Thunderbolt and a 47-man levy squad led by my force commander, who was pretty much just naked.
Yeah, he will be at Adepticon.
Yeah, I played Survivors of the Dark Age and Alchem Jackers, and they fucking wrecked. Like, they did not give a shit. They did what they're supposed to do.
They have 0 fucks. Zero fucks.
So basically 6 super heavy tanks. Just all like 26 last cannons.
How many hull points, bro? This is the beauty. Give them the hull points.
My list had 49 super heavy hull points.
Yeah, get fucked. Yeah. Vulcan better bring his big swinging dick hammer, because otherwise he's gonna get thunder. Yeah.
No, we totally play this game for the narrative, guys. Remember, this is all about for fun. There's no blowjobs for winning.
They're just dudes. They're just dudes.
Yeah, here's the things, dude. Well, if you're just a normal human dude, you're like, what's the average height? What, like 5'7", 5'8", whatever. And then you go up against these fucking
3-4 inch penis.
7 foot. Yeah, just average. Like 7 or 8 foot tall, like superhuman, genetically bred dude. Yeah. You're gonna fucking hop in the tank whenever able, right? Like, like if I can't get through it, then I'm gonna find something that can, and I'm gonna drive that thing. And so yeah, they're just dudes. They're just fucking dudes. Yeah. It's just BS3. It's just BS3. Like, we don't have advanced targeters. We don't have like little reticles that pop up on our HUD, our inbuilt HUD. We have penises, so we are like succumbing to like male urges and things like that.
Hey,
unlike
Space Marines have penises, guys.
What?
I thought they were smooth in the front like Ken.
No.
Yeah, they're very smooth. They're very.
No, there's actually
it's a blank. Okay. It's a blank down there.
There's actually a story in the 5th edition Space Wolves Codex, and it's kind of one of the timelines of different battles and stuff that they fought in. And one of them is there's this one great company who lands on this planet, and I'm trying to remember if I remember right.
I like how he doesn't remember any specifics about any of this stuff
except for the penis.
Hey, I think I tell you what, edition somewhere I read there was there was a slight bulge in his robe. He was wearing ceremonial robes, and it went to the side. Somebody got patched with a little pubis and saw like.
I was trying to just expedite this thing to try to get the point across. But you know what? No, now we're gonna find it. Now it's gonna happen. I'm gonna hold up the whole thing. We're gonna put off whatever Pete wants to talk about. And my God, we're gonna find this.
The Fabius
Bile made a penis. And
all right, the lost company of Svengar the Red. Sailing through a wormhole in search of his lost Primarch, Svengar the Red finds himself and his men transported far beyond the rim of the galaxy, past even the ghost stars. The void is empty as a heretic's soul. Svengar's men begin to talk of whispered voices in the night, promising them safe haven. Unsure of his coordinates, Svengar presses on. Days pass into months. On the cusp of turning back, a dark planet is glimpsed in the distance. The Space Wolves head toward the distant orb, expecting trouble. Instead, they find a civilization of tall, fair people who live in opulent luxury of their own making, far from the war and confusion of the galactic core. Relieved to have found a base of operations, Svengar and his men begin to relax and enjoy themselves, feasting and recounting tales of their deeds to the fair people of the far-flung world. It is only when Svengar makes a casual pass at one of their women that the Space Wolves realize their hosts are not people at all. Though they fight bravely, Svengar and his men are never seen again.
So,
did you have
because Svengar was gonna, bump, bump
smoothies?
Nothing.
Yeah, totally.
He could have wanted to scissor her with his.
He's
just gonna hump her leg a little bit.
Maybe Svengar is just into like lingus, like.
Hey, if he's got the urge, man, there's something down there, and it's doing something.
I'll try not to spit acid in your vagina, as Space Marines have that power.
I'm just curious what a casual pass looks like from a Space Wolf.
Bring that booty over here.
He straight up
been executed for less.
I'm just like that scene from Triple X. Bitches come.
Bitches.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
That is, if that's the best reference you can get to like, that's a real stretch from like Space Marines.
I want to know.
Space Marines must have. Svengar had a penis.
Did you have that on quick lookup? I mean, did you have that bookmark? Like, I mean, you got to it really quick. But
I just happen to know where it is. I've had this conversation before.
Yeah,
and that's how you proved it. That's
how I proved it.
You're saying that's
proof. What you need? He's trying to bang one of these chicks.
You don't even know. First off, they said nothing about chicks. They said fair people.
Yeah.
Making a pass at one.
He made a casual pass at one of their women.
Angel. Did they say women? Did they say women? I heard
it said women.
Okay. But they weren't human.
But they weren't people at all.
It turns out. Well, I don't know. Nobody knows. Svengar the Red was lost.
Yeah, because he was big.
Not the way he lived.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, and they never. Every other wolf immediately chopped off their penises.
That's why Space Marines don't have.
You see what that thing did to Svengar?
Next thing you know, they've all got an appointment at the vet.
My first question is, if they were never heard from again, how did any of the story get out? And also, if they sent this story out, it would be like the last guy knowing that they were all about to die because Boss Man wanted to fuck one of the natives. So why would that be the last message you send out?
Hey, everybody.
Don't try to fuck these people.
Svengar fucked up the party. Tried to go.
Try to dip his pen in some Xeno ink.
I don't know, man. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's very thin. It's very thin. It's a very thin. It's very stretched.
Transparent.
Yeah, I can't believe that's what you pulled out. Like, see, penises.
Dude, you know what I bet? I bet it's all right. So it's like
penis.
The William Travis letter, right? That he sent from the Alamo, except somebody sent it about Svengar, feeling up some chick. Same thing.
Give me victory.
That's it.
Give me victory or give me alien poontang.
That's it.
And he got Peter.
Yeah. Oh, Svengar.
I don't know. Like, isn't it true? Like, if you don't use it,
you lose it.
That's what happened.
Svengar's game was just a little weak. That's all. It's been a while.
Like, if it was a demon, I think any demon, any like transfigured space marine could probably have a penis like grow. If they can grow some horns and some crab claws, they can grow like demonic dick.
But okay, so let's start. Let's go here. So
is that what the heresy was really all about? Like, hey, you got to turn against the emperor, but I'll make your dick work again.
Yeah.
So shit, man, sign me up.
So, but like a starbase can only be space marines, right? Like those are the only. It has something to do with genes or DNA. Or I don't know, chromosomes, etc. As to why only men are allowed to be space marines. So why would they then cut their dicks off? None of that. That doesn't make sense.
I'm not a space marine. Don't ask me.
It's like neutering. It's to break them.
No. Why would you want to break them? You're pumping them full of hormones.
You don't want any distractions to.
Right. Yeah, look what happened to
focus. They're built for war.
The Emperor's grand plan would never have come about if Horus had gotten sidetracked by some side piece on the galaxy.
Hey, send me to the moon. I want to go to the moon. Can I go to the moon?
Primarchs bang chicks.
Totally Primarchs bang chicks.
It also makes complete sense not to give them dicks because if they can reproduce, how are you going to maintain track of your armies and keep control? I mean, that would make the whole Horus heresy a hell of a lot worse if suddenly everybody's conquering planets, fucking everyone on the planet, making mini space marines.
Well, but they're still shooting out like normal dude jizz, right? Like,
no, it's like Superman jizz.
That's the problem when you get to genetic enhancement.
So you're saying it'd be like the movie Hancock?
It'd be like a dog trying
it'd
to
be exactly that.
It's exactly like Hancock.
It'd be a dog like that.
It's been a while since I watched Hancock. I only watched it the one time. What happened? So he banged some chicks.
He banged a bunch of chicks, and then they had to declare exterminatus.
Wow. Definitely don't remember that from
Who did this?
Is this the Will Smith Hancock?
Yeah.
I ain't talking about John Hancock.
He's going at it with this chick, and he's getting ready to blow his load, and he's yelling at her to get off, and he like shoves her off, and then the load blows, and it blows a hole through the fucking roof in his little trailer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that would be the startings right there.
That's
only Wonder Woman has a strong enough uterus to father Superman's child. You need a kryptonite condom to bang regular chicks, and that would kill him.
Yeah.
Literally kill him.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks. Shut up, Derek. Fucking spin
what you working on, Derek? Are you working on something?
I'm painting a knuckle fuck right here.
Is that Sven?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh shit! Poor Derek.
Poor Derek. I'm all right.
Yeah, well, Derek went to the event with us. Derek went to the event with us. Well, with Monty, who met us up there.
Yeah.
And didn't play, but sweated his ass off. Like,
he did.
Oh my god, it was so
sickly sweated his ass off.
If I had played, I might have literally fell over dead.
Was it really hot in there, Derek, or what?
No, just you know how I've been
he was the only one sweating.
Weird.
It was the meat sweats.
Oh.
Well, no, like you know how I've been like all like sick and like sniffly and like don't feel good. Well, that all like hit me real hard on Saturday, and yeah, I just got there and felt like shit. I'm like, nah, I don't think I can play.
Oh, so it was a possibility you were gonna play.
Did you have medals with you, Derek? Or
Did you have models?
I sure did. Yeah,
like
I did. Yeah,
like a full army, not just a model that I worked on.
Yeah, I showed. I showed Will. I showed Lucas.
Because there was like a bunch of dudes there that had like some, not fully painted armies, which was acceptable.
But Derek, is that like Rock Band behind you?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at my folks' place, so I've had to clear out a bunch of like my old like high school shit to like make room for me to hobby. So yeah, it totally
awesome.
Is.
He said you can't have both. You have Rock Band or you can hobby. One of the two. Rock Band lost.
Yeah, I had to throw all that shit in the corner so I can paint.
So David, is that you painting trees?
Oh shit, there's Samson.
Yep.
I want to talk to Samson.
I didn't say hi to David Coleman. When did he get in?
Oh, there's too many Davids in here.
He was here for the beginning.
I was here from before.
Look at him. Look, he's mossing up that tree. It looks all.
If you guys like that, give me a second. Let me grab one of the finished ones.
What's Mod Podge?
Hodgepodge, bro.
The lady used it.
No, it's Mod Podge.
Mod Podge is an amazing product. It's like a super crappy glue, but you can use it as a sealer, and it's like a really good matte sealer on everything. And I use it on terrain when I'm building stuff, like out of crap, core.
Is it a
bunch of plaster and shit like that?
Is it like in a jar or what?
Yeah,
it's just in a big old plastic jar.
So how do you apply it?
Well, right now I'm just brushing it on.
Oh, it comes in that, but it's still just liquid. You just dip it in there.
It's a paste. It's like a really liquidy paste. But
like you seal, like semen.
But you only use it on terrain, though. You use it on just terrain.
Here, I think this will work a little bit better if I put a backdrop on it.
Oh, nice.
Looks really good, man.
Hey, Samson. For the record, the Gorgon does not smell like butt.
What? Not all of them.
Open butt.
Open butt. Open top butt.
That's it. Had the roof back.
Yeah.
The gaping booty.
It's because y'all just jealous. Gorgon action.
Dude.
Oh, I'm not a hater.
What's up with this militia?
He's got the.
Like you're in deep, David. What's going on here?
Dude, I
cult tank.
just picked up another. I just picked up another fucking 40 guys.
Another 40. You got the militia fever.
So what's that like? 80 points. Almost there.
I'm up to 200 of them. 250 now. Yeah.
But you're doing all cult. You're doing all cultists. No,
I'm doing the renegade torsos.
Yeah.
The Acadian legs. 200 of them are.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Neato. Got the fever.
Should have never ever done this, but it's too late now.
So how many points do you have so far? 40?
He's got 200 dudes.
200 dudes? Oh, so like 400 points?
So like
you're almost there.
Yeah, something like that. I got
almost there for Talus.
What are you gonna do for? You gotta make some ogrins. You gonna make some ogrins?
5 ogrins.
Oh yeah, like the big renegade. Were they renegade ogrins? The ones with the with the cement, the big blocks of cement.
The street sign, the uprooted street sign.
Yeah, I picked up the one with the pickaxe and fucking axe. Then I'm gonna use. I'm gonna convert up 3 of the.
The only one I don't have is the one with the drills. I want the one with the drills. I got the pickaxe, the hammer, and the street sign.
I haven't seen the street sign. The one with the fucking chunk of cement is awesome.
That's the one with the street sign. It's like an uprooted. It's an uprooted pole.
Pulled out some rebar or some shit.
You see him?
That's fucking gangster. I want one of those.
He's like, I picked up the street sign. I'm gonna fuck some shit up with it.
I got 3 wounds, but the fucking militia won't give me a fucking legitimate weapon, so I gotta just.
Was a little fucked this month, so we're just going with street signs.
Yeah. At least he's not barefoot.
Okay, yeah. Some of those guys.
Hey, tell him about Shoeless Joe Jackson, bro.
Dude, yeah, those guys kicked ass, man. I really didn't even lose. I didn't. They never broke. I never lost any. Like the first game I played, like my 3rd turn, I lost like 2 dudes. Like they legit. Like the militia did fucking work. I was very impressed.
I fully expect to lose every game with mine because I'm just using Warrior Elite and the Abhuman Helots. Ain't that the one with the collars?
Like the Penal Legion?
Yes.
Penis Legion?
I think, yeah, I believe I have human helots are the colors. Yeah, what you're not gonna do the cult? I thought you were doing the cult, guys.
No, because if you read the rules, hang on a second.
You saying I haven't read the rules?
It's real.
I said it's the way I want to build the army. It'll fuck it up.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, because like you can't have carriages. Like there's stuff that they can't do with because they have to charge and they have to they can't shoot for shit. So yeah, if you wanted to make any kind of shooty, yeah, then it's stuck.
Yeah, I have human helots. Yeah, if you do.
My Zandiri dust. There it is.
I did Survivors of the Dark Age and Alchem Jackers.
Didn't even come into play, bro. Didn't even come into play. Didn't even come into play.
What does the Jackers give you?
Stubborn.
Alchem Jackers means basically they're stubborn in close combat, so they don't take they don't have negative modifiers for like losing combat. Like if you lose like 8 dudes, you don't have to roll snake eyes or whatever. And if they fail a morale check in shooting, they're just pinned.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, so
Brittany, this is almost as bad as having to listen to a bunch of Mechanicum players talk about stuff I don't understand.
Hey man, militia, it's the way.
I find the militia pretty damn interesting. That's a cool army.
Yeah, it's
kind of like
It just sucks, man. Like, you to just modeling them sucks because there's so many options you can take. Like, oh, okay, so this army I want to have a lot of levies. You know what I'm saying? So they're 2 points apiece, and so you need about 400 of them if you want to feel. They come in squads of 50, and then you can give them close combat weapons or you can give them guns. You know what I'm saying? So do you magnetize 400 freaking dudes, or do you and then you got the little less crappy, which is the militia, and once again you can give them close combat weapons or you can give them guns, and they're 4 points a model, bro. I think a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they get +1 ballistic skill, +1 weapon skill.
So if you're gonna keep the army balanced somewhat, you got to make a model like 200 of these guys, right? So because they come in squads of 40, and then you're like, well, maybe I want some of these little bit better troops. They're not elites by any means, but the grenadiers, retired military, stuff like that. So, and these are 6 points a model. So it's like, fuck, man, now you're into the militia like $8,000 in fucking just shitty troops that will never get out of the fucking Gorgon if you can find a Gorgon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta find a Gorgon first.
Yeah, you really gotta like before you get started, you gotta say like, hey, do I want quality, which is not really quality, it's like kind of the best of the shit, or just quantity.
Yeah,
and then go from there. That's your good starting point, I guess.
Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, it's just a lot of fucking, goddamn, just a lot of shit.
Yeah, and I took, like I told you my list where I had like 6 super heavies, right? I still had 130 dudes.
130 dudes, yeah. With 6 super heavies. Damn.
80. No, wait. No, 80.
Dick.
20.
What are the
no, I had 148 dudes. 148 dudes is what I had.
I'm going to tell you right now, this militia army is definitely a Custodes killer. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because it's going to kill any Custodes. It's just they're going to be tied up in combat so fucking much, trying to whittle down the infinite number of dudes that's coming at them. That like Zach filled up all 6 of his troop choices. Like, I mean, it's like fuck, and that's because he had like a little bit better troops, some militia, some grenadiers, But
yeah, we actually after the event went out, had a bunch of beers and got real fucked up, and we actually just fucking talked about this list like all night, like how to
kill it. How do you kill it?
Like how to counter it, and it was kind of that bad. We went through several different
scenarios, and
different scenarios of what we would do, and
you would have to tailor a list.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You can, an all-numbers type list is not going to work well against it.
Because I think the closest we came was Cestus Rams with Chain Fist Terminators or some shit like that.
That was not me.
That was me. I was like Cestus Rams. Perturabo, Cestus Rams, first turn drop in. That's what it. But even so, you'd get bubble wrapped and fucked. Yeah, and then you wouldn't be able to take out all the Gorgons, maybe one, We do have a tactic, though, bro. Should we tell them the tactic?
What?
The tactic we were talking about the other
night? Go ahead, because I don't know. I don't remember, maybe.
Okay, so since the Gorgon is 14, 14, 10, we figured we'd, take two... You remember now?
Yeah, I remember.
So we take two Gorgons, right? And they line up like this, on back to the edge table edge.
Ass to ass.
And then one Gorgon would do a 180, and the other Gorgon.
Oh wait.
Yeah. So they'd go ass to ass.
Damn. Push me, pull you.
Yeah. The Gorgon in the front would go forward, and the Gorgon in the back would go backwards, and they would go.
Which is actually pretty good because it's got these last cans that are on the back, so I mean they could still shoot in any way you go, and then it's really like two train engines. What?
Tommy's bullshit is that?
Kind of like what? Did somebody say something? Did somebody call me?
Samson was saying something. Kind of broke up though. Samson.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You broke up like you were trying to. I thought you were trying to say something to me, but
I think the tactic is like this, Samson.
Yeah, there it is.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Samson.
It's fucking. I swear to God, I spent $200 a month on cable and internet, and it's useless as shit.
So what'd you say?
Was
it worth it?
My connection sucks.
Is it too built up?
I think there's too much ass at this point.
There's too much ass to ass.
Is like that's a legitimate tactic. You can't get the rear armor.
You can't get the rear armor. It's protected. It's 14, 14, 14. All the way around. So
that's communist as fuck.
And even if somehow somebody can get to where they're in that arc, if they can't see it, then you get a 3+ cover save.
Yeah, it should. I mean, because it's a Gorgon. Yeah, S2S.
From shooting at a different.
Yeah, it's a hold down.
Yeah.
Like facing. Yeah. That's the plan.
That's totally a tactic. Stupid, that's a tactic. Totally ignorant. Yeah, and you can empty out the front or the back, right? Yeah. S2S.
Yeah, but literally, like the plan I had for the army was like to have the, just like kill, and then like at the very end, then all the dudes just spill out,
Yeah, wait till the top of turn 6, and then drop everything at the objective.
And they never needed to. They just like stayed in there for the most of the time. So I'm like,
but that way I can actually show off that hey, we did paint.
Yeah, there's actually dudes in here.
There's actually dudes in there. We didn't just cheese out and
But you can I don't think I'd ever have all 150 dudes out at once.
Because that's just a dick move. Hold on. Do we have 30 minutes left to play? Hold on. I'm gonna disgorge the Gorgons. Yeah.
Dude, I remember playing in 40K tournaments with orcs, like battle wagon orcs, and those are just 20-something orcs in a battle wagon. And there were times where I'd drive my battle wagon around. I'd be like, you know what? I could get them out and assault something, but I really don't feel like getting these models. Like game 3, game 4, you're like, fuck this. Why did I even I can't imagine 150 assholes.
Oh, they're assholes, all right.
I just give up.
The shittiest part about the army is that you gotta like pick all those fucking dudes up and then like,
that's the worst part is sitting there and going, all right, I'm going to deploy my forces out of my Gorgon. 1, 2, 3, you know, like.
And the guy goes to get a beer, comes back half an hour later.
Get a beer, take a shit.
7, 8.
I packed up the army like to take it, right, and I took a 1520, and it was able to hold all the militia guys and my world eaters guys. So I took the world eaters, and at the end of it, I said Zach took the foams, and he was packing up the militia. Right, he comes up, and all the fucking foams are filled, and I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna put my world eaters, bro? He's like, I just filled up the, you know, he had just put model, and he, you know, didn't know any better.
I doubled up. I didn't triple up. Apparently,
he had to like, triple up per slot.
You're supposed to put 3 dudes in one little fucking 25 millimeter slot.
Yeah.
Like basically, you have to put two standing up and like one like this, like the like the Menage militia.
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, we're building a bridge. We're building a bridge.
Yeah, these guys are like, we hate this.
Oh no, that's the Golden Gate. That looks pretty sexy, man. That looks like a toy, man. Like a kid. That's awesome.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Looking at David Coleman's.
Like
present that dude.
Is that MDF?
Yeah, that's there's a few different products on there. The main set is
are those Coke cans?
Yes, it's a fuel can terrain by Prometheum Forge, and then the landing pad and the air recyclers are both by Death Ray Designs.
Yeah, that is cool.
Dude, your terrain game is on point, David. We had talked about this. We're very impressed with your terrain game.
Well,
we're all looking forward to playing on that awesome terrain.
Here's hoping I can keep this shit up.
Are you one man, David, or you got a support team with you?
No, it's just me. I mean, I've got a few friends who are helping me by doing some of the not gonna say the smaller stuff, but like the stuff that you don't have to be super skilled to do, like making the trees out of the wire. Probably going to have them doing some of the moss to put on the trees, because everything that I'm doing tonight in the spray booth is all just base work for a display board I'm doing for a buddy. And I'm using that all as just kind of the beta test for the actual.
Like stalactites in that thing?
Oh yeah, that's just moss, the work in progress moss.
Oh. So like, do these guys actually game, or are they like your friends? They're like, fuck,
you're on tree detail.
We got duped and they're going over to Coleman's house, man. Fuck, man. Yeah. I was there. I painted trees for fucking hours.
Yeah. Let me bang my sister. Get on those trees.
they're my friends. They actually volunteered to help because they've seen how hard I've been busting my ass on this shit.
Sweet.
So,
also working on even more MDF over here. More.
What are those Stargates?
No, these are sideways can storage.
Oh.
It's by artisans.
They're badass. Hey, so are you gonna what are you gonna do with all this terrain after the event? Is it gonna be like your personal stockpile? Like, where do you hoard all this stuff?
Yeah.
Well, let me see if my cable will stretch, and I will show you. I don't believe it's gonna stretch far enough. Well, we'll try. Yeah. Maybe. We'll give it a shot.
S2S.
In that other room out there, there's a whole wall of storage.
Do you have a basement? Are you in a basement?
Yeah, I'm in my basement.
It's like a hobby bunker.
I always wanted a basement.
Yeah, Texas doesn't have basements.
What do you
everything's built on a slab.
Yeah.
If you guys don't have tornadoes very often, you don't really need basements.
Even in North Texas, where they do get tornadoes more often, there's basements aren't really a thing. People may have storm shelters.
Slab house.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's because it's flat.
Yeah, everything floods here.
It's easy to build a basement when you got a hill.
Yeah, when it floods, a basement is not the place to be.
Nope. That does remind me, talking about stretching cords. Did y'all see that fella that like? So he's from Mexico, I think, and he's trying to get the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest penis.
Yes, I saw that.
But it goes like all the way to his knee, But the problem is that like what he does is he ties a weight to it and just like stretches his foreskin. And so literally he has a 7-inch dick and the rest of it is nothing but just skin and stretched blood vessels and just like junk. Like he can't pee. He can't like, I mean, he can't do anything with it. And
he's got the wizard sleeve. Like he's got what is it? So if he gets hard, it's like you're like a dangling sleeve. Like
I guess, yeah. It's just kind of.
I don't know what the appeal of that is.
Well, you didn't see it erect,
and he can't go to work. Like he can't do. He's on. He's put himself on welfare because he can't work. He can't bend down. He can't. It's painful. And I'm like, but every night he puts weights on.
He was hoping for that niche career in porn, like John Wayne Bobbitt and the Octomom.
Yeah, but he can't even do anything with it because literally like 2/3 of it is just.
Yeah, somebody will do something like, can I put this over your head, or like, can I, like somebody
the top dresser, you
nail it to a board.
Yeah. Do the top dresser and fold it up and put it inside her.
Yes.
Yeah. See, somebody will pay top dollar for that.
Somebody somewhere is into it.
Who joined us here? Is that another David Coleman?
No, that's still me. I'm trying to get this thing. You guys keep asking questions about like my hobby room. I figured I'd actually.
You're trying to stretch.
He's stretching his penis right now.
Yeah, don't tie a cord to it.
he's like talking about stretching cords.
Making me laugh.
What are you working on, Samson?
Huh?
Are you creating militia or Imperial Fist?
I am painting. Let me get the camera back on. Painting the custodes.
Man, all y'all Imperial Fist players.
Where's that falchion? Where's that? Did you paint that falchion yet?
On my tanks to come in from my mind just went blank.
Oh, your max head drawing again. Like,
okay. Oh, can you guys see this?
Yeah, something's happening.
God damn, he does have a lot of room down there.
Hot damn.
See, that's what I like about a basement, man. It's like, a whole other house under your house, same square footage.
That's like Kimmel.
Dude, Kimmel has like a whole house underneath his house and then has a hobby bunker in it. Like it.
So this is all the terrain.
Yeah.
And this is a 5-night house tearing commission that the trees I'm working on are for.
Look at that pretty Lancer bitch. Yeah, I love it.
And that's stuff I painted already. That's what is it, the Forge World mechanic and stuff. I'm building like a little centerpiece refinery. It's going to be mounted on a slab and painted with concrete. The slab is, and then I'll have a fence around it that's dilapidated and got moss and shit growing all over it. That's what you guys want to know. That's where all the storage is going to be.
Man, I'm so envious of your space.
I know, right? I'm crammed in this fucking little armpit closet.
And
fuck you all. I have a desk in the bedroom. That's it.
More terrain that I have to do for the event. That's the Zone Mortalis table. And it's more multiverse gaming stuff.
So you wanna plug just the contact information? I know your event's sold out, right? Is that
well? The event's sold out, but we've officially launched the second one.
Okay.
The second
event. You want to talk about
it? Sure, I can if you guys want.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
We could squeeze it into the agenda. Whoa, look at all that shit. It's all
God
these
dang.
nights.
Oh my god.
Legit.
What the hell's going on here?
This is my weakness.
Knights?
Your knights. Well, knights and titans, as you can tell.
Holy shit.
Damn, dude.
You want a Decepticon, David? Oh, I guess I'll just fuck myself.
I mean, why do you ask?
I just want to know if you want a Decepticon.
If we'd be able to see you before your event.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to talk about the event now, or?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever you want, dude.
Okay, if it's whatever I want, then I want you guys to load your asses up, come up here this week, and give me a hand with this goddamn trade.
let's not get crazy.
I don't think I'd even make tree duty. Really.
Okay, so I do want to talk about my event, but give me just a sec. I'm actually going to run and grab something I want to show you guys. I just had some of the support cover.
And he's off.
S2S.
We think my winner.
So
that's going to be our mantra, our chant. You're going to hear us come into the Adepticon Hall. Gorgons. S2S.
Okay.
I'll just do it with my Spartan and my Land Raider. Not that it really does anything for me, but by God, they'll be ass to ass.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm going to pioneer that new ass to ass meta.
Yo, S2S, S2S. And then when we run into Steve Turner, yeah.
Dick and ass.
Cock and ass.
Bam.
Sodomy class 101.
Sodomy.
What you got? The new posters?
Yeah.
Kurt Metz posters.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Good Lord.
This is the main campaign poster. There's going to be opportunities to get this at all of the events, but the idea is this is kind of the limited, the rarer one, if you would say that. These are the two that are at Act 1. This is the Traders poster from Act 1.
Yeah, that is cool.
And this is the Loyalist poster from Act 1.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little preferential to the Loyalist one just because I love Mark III.
Yeah, that is sharp.
Yep.
Yeah, Kurt did a hell of a job on those, man.
And
Kurt's
I was
a badass.
actually show you guys what he's doing for this the follow-up event. Let me share screen real quick. Hopefully I don't break it.
While he's doing that, Goochman has a request. His wife would like us to give her a good night.
Oh, like a good night kiss.
Like a nip shot or like a.
Yeah, like she wants some pubes. I'll show her some pubes.
A little.
What about worn out
Texas,
panties?
Texas belt buckle.
Some 10 pounds of Texas dirt snake.
Jesus Christ.
Good night. Are we keeping it clean? Tell us when she's listening. She was listening the whole time.
Oops. Good night, Gretchen.
Is she a hairy woman?
What kind of question is that?
I'm just asking, like.
How is the nice way to answer that?
No, think
like more than albino, but not.
That is a nice campaign banner.
I haven't seen that one at all.
Oh, that's
right.
And this isn't even the poster for the event. This is just the banners that we're using for the actual events. I finally sort of figured out how Facebook works. Yay me! So I've got the actual page for the Taking of Phoenix campaign, and I've got individual events set up for all of the actual individual events.
Hey, when did y'all get internets in Oklahoma? Shit.
Who gave them that?
Y'all just got whatever.
Yeah, I'm in Kansas. I'm bringing it down. I got government approval.
Whatever.
It's amazing what they'll let you do like these days.
I got that outhouse and stuff.
He's on the res. He's on the res, I think.
Got that Indian money.
We're gonna take
got that casino. Got that, yeah.
So the follow-up event is going to be just a little bit after about a month, just over a month, really. We're calling it the Hadrian Incursion, and the way that we're breaking down the campaign is we're going to have major acts, like the really big major events that span like multiple planets, multiple like segments of the system. are all going to be called different acts. So, like, obviously, Act 1 is the first major one. We've got 3 different planets that's taking place. But we're going to have smaller events between the larger acts as long as it's, as long as the overall campaign and narrative's popular enough. If people aren't enjoying it, we're not going to drag it out too long. We want to learn from it and make sure people are enjoying themselves. But the idea is the smaller acts are going to be more narrowed down and focused on a very specific event that's taking place during the overall campaign. In this case, the Hadrian incursion is focusing on a specific mining refinery on the asteroid belt within the system itself. Without giving too much of the narrative, because there's a bunch of structure there, but this is going to be very contingent on how the Act 1 goes, as far as what the narrative's going to be, the setup, and then what the potential fallout is. But compared to the first event, where we're focusing on some unique missions, unique environment trees, things like that, this one we're going to try and I'm not going to say simplify things, but we're going to cut down on some of the randomness of the custom missions and things that might confuse people. We're going to allow people. Again, this is really early out. The other, we're still trying to structure it, but the idea is we want people to have like a list of missions and or objectives that they could choose, and you just can't choose any one of them twice. And it'll give folks the opportunity to, again, you can bring whatever list you want, as many as you want, as long as they're pre-written. You and your opponent agree to it, and you guys can just have a knockdown drag out. But the really interesting thing that we're doing with this one is we're doing a progression system for generic characters. And the idea is, while the overall act, major acts of the campaign are including special characters and all of this stuff that's, happening, and, with, Karn and, Custodes coming in and maybe Primarchs at a later point, the smaller incursions are focused on building up this character that you choose to design for yourself, and possibly giving some, additional benefits and bonuses to, units that have survived, throughout the duration of the war. Maybe giving some, certain squads special veteran bonuses, things like that, if they've, really been through the shitter, but they haven't actually been wiped out yet. And the idea is at the very end that it should culminate with you having this really unique, like, decked out character that fits your needs, that is coming to the doorstep of Fearix Prime and getting ready to, beat down the door and basically take the system for yourself. Or some variation. There's a lot that could happen in between.
What if all your guys are equally shitty, like your units, and they're like I had this bare naked force commander, and he got like +1 ballistic skill from John Stanford's character progression cards or whatever. And I was like, yes, he can shoot like every walkie space marine. It was pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. I love that character progression stuff, but the militia just don't benefit from it like a Praetor does.
Yeah.
But it's a cool mechanic.
That's pretty much all I got for that one. It's in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Jason Horn with the Iron Halo GT. He's the one who's kind of
Jason Bourne.
Jason Horn.
Oh,
Horn.
I was like, you found him? That guy really disappears.
No, that dude finds you. Let's be honest.
So where is Bartlesville? What did you say?
Yep, Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Where is that, like, as opposed to, like, in
like
reference
a crossroad in a field.
To like Dallas? Like, how far away is it from like Dallas?
It's north.
It's somewhere in your hat. Just
in our half.
In your hat, just like Texas is somewhere in Kansas's beard.
Okay, hold on 1 second. You insulting our beard?
No. Did I ever insult your beard? You have technically our beard is not even that much longer than yours. It just gets a little wider at the top. So really, I'm saying that we have a fuck ugly face because we have a big ass.
All right.
What's a beard? I don't even.
I found it.
Jake's
Where
got
is
some
it?
Inception going on.
Who is it? Who's got it? Where is it?
That's where Bartlesville is.
Oh, it's at the top. We could
Yeah,
have
it's
said
at the
at
very top, almost by Kansas.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's
I
the
guess
Kansas line.
We'll say it was an hour from Wichita. It's still good. Most of the drive is still through Texas.
North of Tulsa. Because he knows his love's in Tulsa. She knows he's going to go.
Stop that.
Is there's a
woman, flesh and blood.
With that damn old rodeo.
Oh,
We're doing
Jesus.
karaoke at one of these events, by the way.
Is that what y'all do in Tennessee?
Hell no.
Is there gonna be like booze at this other one in Bartlesville?
If y'all gonna
Firewater?
sing,
Honestly, there's
We gotta
probably
clear
it's
with the
being-
Choctaws.
It's being hosted at On the Rock Ministries. It's a youth facility, so most likely no.
So wine, no.
But they've got this really nice bar right down, like bar, and I want to say it's a bar, but it's really like a restaurant. It's really nice. It's called the Painted Horse. They've got some really, really good food and some excellent alcohol.
Titties? No.
Perhaps if you play your cards right.
Not man tits.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
I hate to like gush and run, but I just got a notification. I need to get going, guys.
It's all good.
Go where? Where you gotta go?
I gotta go.
Top secret?
If I'm being completely honest,
you're taking a shit. You're taking a
if
shit.
I'm being completely honest, I have to go deal with a drunk asshole who's gonna buy me food.
Oh,
that's
So
fair.
I'm not gonna turn down food. But you guys have yourselves a good one. All right.
suck it easy.
Go on.
Big A.
Later, Dave.
Thanks for having
Nice.
me.
You know. Love your face.
Bye.
I don't need no buy me fruit. I got Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? They changed the recipe. I want to be honest. Like, I had some Cocoa Pebbles the other day. I'm so
Dude,
excited.
Cocoa Pebbles are legit.
They were legit back in the 80s.
Dude,
I'm a
I'm eating
Fruity
them right
Pebble.
now. They're fine. Like, they're my
I'm a
favorite
Fruity.
cereal.
You're gonna
I'm a Fruity Pebble man.
gonna love those
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles?
Pebbles.
Wait, no, I'm
Coming in
thinking-
clear.
I'm thinking Cocoa
Sort of.
Puffs. You say Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles?
Cocoa Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those are the two best cereals.
Okay.
Nothing's
Cocoa
compared.
Puffs is what got changed. Cocoa
Yeah.
Puffs are
The Cocoa
they're
Pebbles
horrible.
are still the same.
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles. I'm actually like a Dino Bites kind of guy, you know, the big
A
old
day,
bag.
mid day, filling those Cocoa
Dino.
Pebbles.
What's happening Saturday midday?
I'm
coming in clear.
putting the
What?
militia. I'm putting the driver in this time because you didn't put the driver in, bro.
Samson, you live in the state capital. How is there not internet?
One of them's got the driver in. The other one I couldn't get it in because it was all blocked in. Just make the topper. Just make the topper
I don't know,
movable so I
dude.
can get to it.
I'm putting him in. Look.
Hey, you got it. Hey, what the fuck? You got more of those?
Yeah, don't you worry about it, buddy. Put the driver in.
How many of those cocksucking things y'all got?
Oh, they suck cock.
That'll make
What?
5. Samson. How many do you need? Like,
5.
you take 6. You know how hard it is to find those things? I've been hoarding them since the 80s. You kidding me?
Yeah, from way back.
Way back in the
From
day.
the old days.
For the old days.
Better
Mario.
If I kill myself.
It's like 100 Marios.
Oh, his arm fell off. Your arm's off. Oh no!
Your arm's off.
I gotta pull him back out. Shit.
Hey,
Line up.
I want to see. Have you painted your standard bear, David?
No, not yet. I haven't really got into painting much. I've been doing a lot of collecting.
He doesn't. Does it? Oh wait, yeah. There's a renegade. Is it a renegade model?
Yeah, that going right there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the Renegade Command.
He's got the big.
Did you switch? Did you switch out the flagpole?
No.
For a penis.
Let's see what you eat.
What? Who? Who's
Me?
eating?
Ask Bussy what he's eating.
He's eating Cocoa Pebbles.
But,
penis.
Dude, I'm eating Cocoa Pebbles. Sorry, I had my mic muted. I don't want everybody to hear me eating. But
Well, Pretty was
Yeah,
in
Cocoa
that
Pebbles.
conversation.
yeah, see?
Pretty, were you here with us? Coco
Pebbles. All right.
Oh my God.
They changed the formula Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, I did hear that part. I just didn't hear the part where Jake was actually eating them.
Yeah, I don't know. I went and ate Japanese food tonight, and part of it, something really like messed with my stomach. Like I made it about 20 minutes, so I got home, and then I started like peeing out my rear end.
Yeah, I can relate.
Like I just needed something to kind of like, I don't know, like even me out, you know. So I figured Cocoa Pebbles is about as far from Japanese food as you can get. I mean, maybe they eat Japanese. I mean, maybe they eat Cocoa Pebbles in Japanese, but well, I don't guess you eat it in Japanese. They might eat it in Japan.
in the country of Japanese.
Yeah. You said I
but anyway, yeah, we're just trying to even everything out.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, you know, nothing really helps settle the stomach quite like dairy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Maybe I didn't think this all the way through.
That's my philosophy.
My stomach is like shit. Let me drink some milk.
Matt.
Good night, Gretchen. Good night. Good night, Gretchen.
I think she already went to bed.
What was that?
I was telling Gretchen good night.
But you're growling.
Oh, I was like,
I think that was a tongue bath. That was a tongue bath.
Hey, so how's the 30K scene in Japan, Brother Pink? And what are Tower random mission generator cards?
Yeah, I don't know what those are.
You know what they are?
No, I don't know what they are. Everyone in Japan praises their state-of-the-art toilets, but no one considers the benefits of eating fiber.
You got them squatty potties, right? Then the ones you squatty potty on them.
Yeah, squat toilets.
No, they've got the fancy ones that have all the electronics in them, and
well, like the bidet,
the built-in bidets.
Yeah, they're heated and spray water in your asshole.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get down on the bidet business. Like I understand the concept, and I know it's not a lot different than when you take a shower, but it's just something about the same thing shooting water into your ass as everybody else's ass that it's going to spray and sprinkle all over their asses and yours. Like that just seems unsanitary. I know that it's a public bathroom, but
do you drink from the same water fountain? Do you drink
the nozzle is not actually going in your asshole.
No, but okay, but think about
it. I don't know. Maybe your asshole.
Okay, that water's got to come back down, and when it comes back down, it's going to be doo-doo water.
It doesn't completely flush, is what he's
down.
saying.
It gets on the same little arm, like there's going to be pieces of other people's doo-doo that's going to land right back where it started. That's all I'm saying.
It just comes down to brass tacks, people. We're talking about fecal matter here.
Yeah, and I don't want to share with anybody else. Although, did you know, so there's a thing where they can actually do doo-doo transplants on people.
Wait, what?
If you have bad guts and you need good, the gut flora or the gut fauna or whatever it is, they can take it from someone else. They basically take their doo-doo and they put it inside your intestines to grow your doo-doo better.
Like, bro, we're such good homeboys that I want your ass inside my ass.
Yeah, I want you to put your doo-doo inside me.
Calm down there, man. We have crossed a whole nother line here. I don't even know if I've gone this far.
Brother Pink has confirmed Jake's theory. He said the worst thing about those toilets is cleaning the fucking spray.
Okay. The spray. Right. Speaking of the spray. The spray. Think we'll see the spray at Adepticon this year?
Spray? What the fuck you talking about, bro?
You don't know about the spray?
That's old school stuff. Spray.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
What do you think about for this Gorgon? I've made all the weapon options for it.
Okay.
So, what if I line the inside of the Gorgon with magnets, to where all the weapon options can just magnetize inside of it?
Okay. You have to throw them in the Stormhammer. All the options for this Gorgon are in the Stormhammer, right?
Yes. Everything. Okay. I took all the weapon options and put them in the Stormhammer, except for the big blast cannons, but those have heavy duty magnets, so those shouldn't fall out.
Josh, you got a lot
because
of
I have
going on, bro.
What's that?
because I have 4 last cannons, 4 heavy flamers, 4 heavy bolters, and 4 auto cannons.
What'd you say, Bussy?
I said you got a lot of yawning going on, bro.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I helped myself to like this cookie bowl. Let me
Diabetes.
Shocker.
Yeah, I was like, I'm craving something sweet. My wife's like, there's cookie bowls in there, and I'm like she's like feeding into it, So I was like, and you can't have a cookie bowl without ice cream. And like every time we go to the store,
you can't do it.
You can.
You can't. And of course there's whipped cream, so I had to put the whipped cream on it. So like
forcibly, yeah, gun to his head.
Yeah, it's like it would be a travesty if I didn't.
I'm really starting to worry about you, bro. Like we went and stopped for gas. Our first stop was at a gas station with a Burger King in it. Yeah, old, like less than a week. So we stop and we get I get a hamburger. I get 2 hamburgers, like a hamburger chicken sandwich, because they're like 2 for $6. And somebody gets a burger, a number 1. Someone gets a chicken sandwich or whatever. And Josh just goes up there and says, "Give me those 2 pies and an order of fries." 2 pies and an order of fries.
Hey man,
like how do you
pies and fries before?
Pies and fries.
That sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah, 'cause it's
2
supposed to
pies
be like
and an order of fries.
Man, y'all like to judge. Y'all like to judge,
I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere.
I will not eat them in my brother's van.
I will not eat them on the can.
Yeah.
Josh is eating on the can. It's weird.
My wife thought this whole time that we've been joking about his diabetes, and when he was over at the house for the sweater party, he ate about 700 meatballs covered in Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
My wife's like, "I really like those," and he said something about they're not good for the diabetes, and she was like, "You got to be shitting me." She's like, "I've seen what you eat when you come over here to these things." I said, "Oh yeah, it's pretty normal."
Yeah, it's a silent killer.
Hey, Sweet Baby Ray's though, that's the siren song.
Hey,
all I know is I went back for some more meatballs and they were fucking gone. And Josh was like, "Y'all cook any more of those meatballs?"
Hey, I just want y'all to know, if anything happens to me, my brother gets all my armies except the Iron Warriors. They're going to go to David Sampson, so he can play a man's army instead of pussy-ass yellow boys.
Hey, man, those Imperial Fists are hopefully going to be sold after Depicon.
Okay, then in that case, my Iron Warriors go to Pretty, so he can play a man's army. Diabetes, man.
I'm hoping that those Imperial Fist help fund my new studio.
Your new studio?
Yeah, because I literally do all my work off of a desk in my bedroom.
Studio.
Are you building like an add-on to your house or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna build probably like a 10x10 room or some shit like that.
Oh, nice.
And that's just gonna be all for this.
Well, that will be cool.
It'll be my 10x10 tax write-off.
Dude, 10x10 is not going to be big enough.
Dude, Samson, you know what you need to look at?
New house?
Well, I mean, there is always that. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they have it up there, but like back in Crossville, where I'm from, there was these Mennonites, and they all had lived in this little community, and they all worked at this one place, but they basically just built like storage units. But shit, they built them. They built them like my little brother is a taxidermist, and he actually bought his shop from them. It's like a 34 by, I mean, it's almost like a single wide trailer size, but it's quality built. I mean, he insulated it, and then we put the sheetrock up and everything, and it's awesome. And I think it was like $3,500 or something like that.
Oh shit!
That's not
bro,
bad.
you all right? Are you okay? Is that you breathing like that? It is you. Yeah. What are you breathing so hard, bro? That Gorgon kicking your ass over there?
Who?
I'm trying to do these different weapons. Is it me?
Is it you breathing all hard? Like,
not me.
Yeah.
You're starting to get movement over here. So, do you want to get a barn raising, like
I think that's what he's saying. We need to go barn raising. That's what
You need to find some Jake's Mennonite friends.
I loved you in Kingpin.
I don't think there's any Mennonites, and there's a ton of hipsters.
There are
hipsters for days here.
Yeah, they're not going to raise a barn for you.
Yeah,
They might
I don't know that the Mennonites are mandatory. It's just that my experience with, storage buildings at your home just happen to be built by Mennonites. I don't think it has to be.
Well, it's an added bonus if it's Mennonite.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Right, you can throw rocks at them.
No, I just want them to all come over
building
and raise it up the old-fashioned way with ropes and all that stuff.
Now, hang on. Got you covered like a Jimmy hat.
Yeah,
there it is.
Little did we know that Samson is a Mennonite.
Like Amish Mafia over there.
Yeah.
Amish Mafia.
What a freaking
Had
joke.
sex with an Amish dude once. Squirmy.
You got a horse and buggy with that hat?
That's right. Sex with my sister.
Well, is she hot?
A goat.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know. It makes me want to. All right, this joke sucks now.
Is that how y'all do that in Tennessee? Where's your hat, Bussy?
Fuck all that.
Damn it. Damn.
He's probably got a boot scooting boogie hat.
Oh, you know he does.
Come back with a Stetson.
I'm just in awe of that race car chair every time I see it.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, no.
Like a NASCAR dude's name is embroidered on it or some shit.
Yeah, some Auburn something. I'm sure it's got Auburn on it.
What exactly is fiber? Like, is that like whole grains fiber? Is that like gluten?
No. Fiber is what keeps you regular.
I don't have that problem, but
yeah, no shit. If I got any more regular,
Just because you shit doesn't mean that you're regular. Like, just have to like.
What is
regular?
regular?
Look at that. Look at
that.
That is a hat and a half.
Oh, that is a hat, Bussy. I need a hat.
You like what you see, baby?
Dude, you're like Hoss Cartwright.
Fucking
whole train. Where's little Joe? Yeah, he's tending the Ponderosa over there. Shit.
Dude, this some bitch is tall.
That is tall.
Where do you find such a hat?
It was actually a gift.
What is
It was actually a basket.
My daughter collected Easter eggs in it, and now it's a hat.
It was a wicker chair.
Yeah, somehow some guy at work had it, and he decided he didn't want it, and it was given to me, and so I took it.
Hell yeah! When someone gives you stuff like that,
yeah, you just take it.
You just take it. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are you gonna get that opportunity again? You may never see another hat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, if anyone ever offered me a hat like that, I would take it.
The dude at your work's like, I feel like a fag in this hat. Let me get to this asshole.
Yep, is that what I look?
That's how it happened. He was like, "I'll treasure it always."
Fag hat.
Do you suck dick? Here's your hat.
Are you up?
You just derailed the fuck out of this.
where's my other hat?
Nice hat. I like that hat. Really.
He gets it done.
Yeah.
You should totally wear that hat with those overalls when you guys play your game.
Yeah, we've already been talking about our uniform.
No balls.
Your uniform.
Gotta do it.
We're gonna come in like with Ghostbuster jumpsuits.
I've been thinking about getting me one of those Toby Keith cowboy hats. You know, like the Jason Aldean hats that look totally like you want to punch that dude in the face because he looks like such an idiot. But
yeah,
those old raggedy ass fucking like straw hats are all crunched up.
Oh yeah, like the Margaritaville hat.
Yeah.
That all the turbo sluts wear.
Dude, they got some though that are straight up like stars and stripes. Like a Jason Aldean stars and stripes cowboy hat.
Like you're a douche hat.
Like a total yeah, like white sunglasses and a vape pen douche.
Ooh, that's the combo.
Combo breaker.
He hits the lock button on his car remote and a Subaru STI, blinks. That's when you know you hit Ultimo douche level.
Hey man, you don't like Subies?
I got nothing against the Subi. I'm just saying that every dill hole, Lily, when you see him, if you see some guy get out of a Subaru WRX STI, he's going to have on white sunglasses and a white belt, and he's probably got a vape pen.
What is this?
Too true. This is definitely, you just described half of East Nashville.
Like I can't help it. Like I like I understand it's cool. It's a 4-door sedan that's got 300 and something horsepower, and it's got all-wheel drive, turbo, boxer
4-door sedan should not be in the same sentence.
Hey man, I had a Lexus 600 horsepower that was a 4-door.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Samson, or not Samson, sorry, Josh. What do you think about the Hellcat Charger? It's a 4-door sedan.
I have a Charger. A Hemi Charger. My wife does. I don't get to drive it, but it's all right. But I mean, it looks just like every third car on the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no character to these cars nowadays.
Well, now an STI has plenty of character, whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah, so does the Kia Stinger. It's still a fucking Kia.
Dude, you know what? Okay, in my opinion, best 4-door sedan that's also a fun car to drive, in my opinion.
Your mom?
If I were ever going to have one.
Oh.
Cadillac CTSV. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. You get, not the newer ones aren't quite as cool. Like to me, the coolest ones are, turn of the century that, 2000 to 2010 where you had the LS1 and the 6-speed.
I don't know, man.
The new ones, the new 2-door ones.
Put one next to a 59 Caddy with fans, and you go fuck yourself. They don't have character anymore, man. They're all just the same fucking shit, man. And what sucks is that I could put 500 horses in my El Camino, and I still wouldn't be able to hold a candle to the freaking Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
fuck a Tesla.
No soul.
They're everything that is wrong with vehicles.
Oh yeah, it's like the ginger of
yeah, they got nothing. They got nothing going on. Like when I watch a drag racing video, like okay, let's say you're at the drag strip and you see like a straight up Dodge Demon, right? Like the baddest of all the asses, and he lines up next to a stripped out Tesla, and they both hit the gas.
It's waxed.
Tesla is going to go flying down, and you just look at it and you go, "There's nothing about that excites me."
Yeah,
at all.
It doesn't even sound like anything. It sounds like
it sounds like nothing.
Like a fart in the wind.
It's awful. It's just wrong.
Yep.
No soul.
But that's the way I feel about everything you've talked about so far. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, and it's nothing against it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that the world is gone. But like you look at the 70 Chevelle. And I mean, even at its peak or the fastest. The Plymouth Belvedere with the dual quad, dual quad motor, and none of those cars can hold up to anything that's out in the road nowadays, But
they don't have that cool factor, right? Like a 70 Chevelle is one of the coolest cars ever made. And I'm a Ford guy, but I'll say it: a 70 Chevelle 70 El Camino. If in my dream garage, that's like a top 3 car.
Hell yeah!
Because it's cool. It's cool as shit.
Yeah. But
dream garage for me is a fucking 70 GTO Judge.
Oh, there you go.
Gay.
That's my dream car. I just will never be able to afford it.
Yep. Oh yeah. LS6, man. But I mean, it won't hold a candle to to any of the 30-pound aluminum made out of recycled Pepsi can cars that are out on the road today. Shit, just the way it is. Yep. Sign of the times.
Fuck this shit.
Because I'm a dinosaur.
All right, guys, I got to bounce. I am out.
Bye, Pretty.
Hey, for those of y'all in the chat, Pretty's going to be starting to host at 8 o'clock next week. So we will be coming on. Is this a thing? Is this true? Can I say this?
I guess it is.
It is now. We're gonna hold you to it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be trying to do an earlier start time next week.
Yeah, we're gonna make an attempt.
It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Or just, at the very least, I just want to get the 20 minutes of bullshit out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like.
Which means tune in at 9 because that's about when we'll be starting.
Yeah.
Instead of 9:30. Yeah. So yeah, tune in. We'll probably be earlier next week. How much earlier remains to be seen, but
I'm gonna try really, really hard for you.
Yeah.
For you, the viewer.
Consumer.
All right, good night, guys. Good night, everybody.
All right, suck it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, suck it. I'm out too.
You out too, bro? You just like
I
gotta work tomorrow.
Work, man. But
all right. Well, hey, let's shut it down.
I gotta get up at 4. But the Gorgon is like it's coming together. It's coming together nicely.
Shit. Zach, we should just call each other when we wake up at the same time and hang out.
Make love, sweet love.
Yeah, because I just sit around and just wish I had somebody to talk to at 4 in the morning. Just like
I mean, that's why you wake up at 4, right?
What am I gonna do with my morning?
I got a couple hours to kill.
Yeah. But, all right, guys.
All right, suck it, bro. Everyone, I want to shut it down. Good, thank you for tuning in, Samson.
Yo.
David Coleman, who's not here any longer. You know, Jake Bussey, always a pleasure.
Hey, there's Derek.
Glad to be here.
Oh yeah, and Derek's still here, huh? All right. Blow me where I smoke with me.
There. Suck it, Derek.
Thanks,
I don't know. Is he there or not? Look at his head. Is that his head?